Hello everyone, this is Mohan Bishnoi from GeeksforGeeks, and there is a small announcement to make. Actually, we are going to be starting a stream on strings that is going to be happening from Monday to Friday 3 to 4 p.m. In this stream, we will be discussing about from very basics, we will be covering the topics in strings that are important for interview preparations, and then we will be moving to the advanced question. So do join us 3 to 4 p.m. Monday to Friday. Hello everyone, this is Mohan Bishnoi from GeeksforGeeks, and there is a small announcement to make. Actually, we are going to be starting a stream on strings that is going to be happening from Monday to Friday 3 to 4 p.m. In this stream, we will be discussing about from very basics, we will be covering the topics in strings that are important for interview preparations, and then we will be moving to the advanced question. So do join us 3 to 4 p.m. Monday to Friday. Hello everyone, this is Mohan Bishnoi from GeeksforGeeks, and there is a small announcement to make. Actually, we are going to be starting a stream on strings that is going to be happening from Monday to Friday 3 to... Hello everyone, I hope I am audible and visible to you. Can I get yes in the comments if I am audible and visible so that we can start with today's session? So today we are going to be talking about an interesting problem, okay, and the problem is the question which we discussed yesterday, that is whether a string is well shuffled or not. Okay, so we'll be talking about that. Let me first check some thing. I can just increase this little bit. Okay, so here let's talk about that. So basically, let's start. So basically, in this problem, we will be given S1. Okay, will be given S2, then we will be given S3. Okay. So basically, let us take example. So here it can be something like string AB, then we have 1 2, and this can be something like A1 B2. Okay, something like this. So the question is we need to tell whether this S3 is well shuffled or not. What I mean by well shuffled, so the question is whether S3 is well shuffled or not. Okay, and what I mean by well shuffled is, for example, if we take a example in this case, so basically A1 is there, B2 is there, correct? So when you check for A in string 1, okay, so whenever this is coming, which means the B should always be coming after A. Okay, so it should be a proper order is there. For example, A, B is the character from S1 and they are properly in the order which were there in S1. Okay, and for S2 also, when you check, we have 1 2 which is correct order. Okay, 1 2 is in proper order. So this is the accepted solution. Okay, and in this case we just need to print yes on the screen. Okay, and another example or the another answer which is accepted is can be something like AB 1 2, or it can be 1 2 AB, something like this. These both are accepted. Okay, so I hope you have got the idea behind the question. Now let us see how we can solve this question. Okay, I hope the question is very clear to all of you. Let's see how we can solve this question. Okay, let's see some examples, and we'll be talking about that now. So first I am going to be inputting the boilerplate, and in this what we are going to be making, first we will be making a string which is nothing but the string which we took, or we can call that as s1 ab, and then we have string s2 which is nothing but 1 and 2. Okay, and then we'll be given a string s3. Okay, so that is the string which is given for checking whether this is well shuffled or not. So let us take something like a1 b2. Okay, so this is the set, and what we need to get the solution here is we need to check whether s3 is well shuffled or not, right? So we are going to be making a function. Okay, or basically if we don't want to make function, that's okay, but we'll make a function so that we can have more clarity. So I'm just going to be making a function. That function will be returning 1 or 0. So here we are going to be calling that function as check, or we can make that as check, and in this we'll be passing 3 strings s2 s3, s1 s2 s3. Okay, and if it is returning true, in that case we will be just printing yes. Okay, in else we will be just printing no. Okay, so this is the function which we want to write. Okay, let us see how we can write this function. So here I'm just going to be making that function as boolean function, and I'm going to be taking check. 3 things has been taken, so I'll be writing string s1, string s2, then I'm be writing string s3. Okay, so first thing is this, we are going to be checking for the length. What I mean by that is, for example, here you can see we have passed 3 things, right? So here you can see we have passed s1, we have passed s2, and we have passed s3. So one thing is that whenever you are shuffling, it is guaranteed that the total number of characters that are present in s3 is the summation of s1 on s2. So total characters in s3 should be equals to characters of s1 plus total characters of s2. So how we are going to be doing that? How we are going to be implementing this? So we are going to be implementing, first we are going to be finding the length. Okay, so I'm just going to be finding length L1, and I'm just going to be writing that as S1 dot size or length, anything is fine here in this case. Then L2 I'm just going to be copying, or I'm just going to be writing so that you all can get the better idea. I'm just going to be writing S2 dot size, then I'm just going to be writing L3 equals to S3 dot size. Okay, so this is there. Now let us see how we can again move and solve this problem. First thing is we are going to be checking if our L3 is not equals to L1 plus L2. So in that case we are just going to be returning 0. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now we have checked for the length are equal. Now what we are going to be doing, we are going to be iterating in this S3 and checking the order of S1 or S2. Okay, let me just clear this stuff. So what was the example which we took here? The example was of AB and another string was 1 2, and the third string was, which is nothing but the S3 is A1 B2. Okay, so that is there. Now let us see how we can do. So basically our task is to iterate in this S3. This is S3, this is S2, this is S1. Okay, now first we are going to be iterating in this and we are going to be checking. For example, if this A matches with the S1, then it's fine. Then it is going to be checking, and once we are checking that A is present in this, we are going to be again iterating here. Okay, what I mean by that is I'm just going to be explaining now. So let's try to implement that idea first here. So let us use for loop, and that is nothing but I just going to be writing I less than L3, which we have found for S3, and in this I'm just going to be comparing. Okay, before that I'm just going to be making int I is there. I'm just going to be making j which is equals to 0, k equals to 0. Okay, both are there. Now first is that if my S3 of I is equals to, if S3 of I is equals to S1 of j, then I'm just going to be increasing my j counter for S1. Else if my S3 of I is equals to S2 of k, then I'll be incrementing my k plus plus. Okay, so you can see, if for example let us see this in this case. So you can see we are here, we are going to be checking, we are going to be just iterating in this S3, and we are going to be checking for the A. You can see we are here, we got A here in S3, we are going to be incrementing from 0, it will become 1. Our j pointer, j will be pointing here now in the first case, then it is going to be here 1. Now it is not present in this B, it is going to be present here, right? So our k will be pointing here. Now our B is coming here, so B will be checked and it will be here. So our I will become, that is j will become 2 here, and then our iteration will be coming here, and you can see our k will be checked and it is correct, so k will be also becoming 2. So once it is completing, j becomes 2, k becomes 2. Okay, so here we have checked this. Once we are getting out of this loop, okay, once we are getting out of this loop, we are just going to be checking if our S3, if our S, or basically if our j is less than L2, okay, L1 basically, and if k is less than L2, if that is the case, then we are just going to be returning false, else we are going to be returning true. So I hope you have got the idea which I am trying to explain here. Let's try to run the code. Let me just clear all this stuff and see the output. So you can see for our A1 B2 we are getting yes in this case. Let us check if we are getting something something is 2 and then 1. Let us see what happens now. So you can see in this case we are getting yes, but that is not the case. It should return false. there is some issues. S3 should be A2. What if I do A1, A2, A3? Then we'll be getting that is okay, that's fine. Now here we are just writing boolean S1, S2, S3, and it is going there. So let us see one by one and steps so that we don't get missed out here. So you can see we have A2, B1, and for this it should be actually returning false. Let's see what mistake we have done. So we have A2, B1, then we have AB, then we have 1, 2. Okay, we are iterating in this. First we are going to be checking this. So we are just pass in this, and else it will be showing no, that's true. Now first thing, when query enters, we just find the length for all of this, and then we are just writing L3 not equals to L1 plus L2. Okay, so in that case we will be returning false. Okay, you can write as false, that is not a problem. Then we are making our J counter as 0, and we are making J for our S2. Basically that is for S1, this is S2, this is S3. We had made J pointer for this. J is 0 in this case, 0, 1, and K is for S2. Okay, so first thing is this one is S3. We are checking S3 of I is not of equals to S1 of. If it is equals to of this, then we are just incrementing our J pointer, that is J plus plus. Okay, so in this case first it will be checked with this S3 of I is equals to of S1 of J, that is true. Okay, so our J pointer will be increased from 0 to 1. Now J will be pointing to this one, and again else next it will be going to be getting into 2. So 2, this condition is not true for that. Okay, so it will be going to be in this condition. S3 of I is equals to S2 of K. So that is true in this case. So our K will be coming to this one, 2, and we just doing for this B. Again B will be checked for this S3 of I is equals to S of N. So J will be incrementing, and then we are incrementing our K in this same manner. Okay, once we have incremented that, we are incrementing that, and then we are just going to be checking if J is less than L1, if J is less than L1 and K is less than L2, then we'll be just returning false. Okay, otherwise we'll be returning true. I think we have done this things correctly, but why it's showing us this thing? It should return false. Let me just check. So actually this is the problem which I did without making a function. Okay, so I think we have added this and here, so that was the issue, I guess. So let us check now. See, for this it's showing us no, and which is correct in this case. Maybe I'm just going to be checking that afterward, but for now we are going to be using this function a1 b2, which is correct, and let us start doing it. We are getting yes. So what was the error in this case? So I'm just going to be checking this afterwards after this stream. I'm not getting what was wrong with the code. So it was almost same only. Let us try to implement this with that what we did before. We made a function which is boolean, and we are calling that as this one, and we are getting s1. Then we make s2 for a string 2. Then we made string s3, and in this we are just going to be finding the length. We are going to be copying this whole thing. Okay, so here we did this. If length 1 is not equals to, if length 1 plus length 2 is not equals to L3, we are just going to be returning 0. Okay, and this is there. Okay, we are just calling this function. If check of s1 comma s2 comma s3, just see out yes, else out no. Okay, so basically if this give us true, or basically if this gives us false, then we are just going to be getting here, otherwise we'll be doing this part. So in this case we'll be getting no here. Okay, and let us do this one, this also. Let me just copy that code and try to paste it here. Okay, so you can see we are just going to be iterating our j and k, and we'll be checking for s3 of I is not equals to s of s1 of j. We'll be incrementing our j plus plus. Similarly, we'll be incrementing our k. If j is less than or k is less than this, then we'll be just, if that is the case, if j is less than this, we'll be returning 0, or we'll be just returning true, returning 1, basically 1. Okay, let's try to run the code and hopefully it works now. So for first case we are getting 1, and the case for which it was not working was this one. Let us try to run the code, and yet again it is running for that. There are some issues I need to think upon this. Okay, so I think we can leave this problem now and we can move with the next problem. Or I can put else here. And return 0 for this. Now it should work, I think. Okay. So guys, if you have any this one, if you have any suggestions for this, you can always give in the comments. So we'll talk about this in the next problem. I'll just get back to you after this. Okay, so till then we are going to be solving this another problem in which we want to be finding the subsequences. Okay, so here we are going to be finding the subsequences of a string. Will be given a string. For example, let us see, we are given A, B, C. Okay, and in this case we are just, it can be A, then it can be B, it can be C. Okay, can be AB, can be BC, AC, ABC. All these are subsequences of this string ABC. Okay, how we can find basically this? So basically we'll be using recursion for this. Okay, we'll be using recursion for this, and let's see how we can solve this question using recursion. So basically what our task is, for example, if we are given something like ABC, correct? Now we have two choices, whether to include the first part, okay, include, or to exclude the first part, or exclude the first part, or the first characters basically. So you can see we have this string. We have, now we'll be just passing BC in the next part. Okay, and we'll be thinking about whether to include A or not. If I am not including AB, okay, if I am not including AB, then if I am not including A, so it will be something like this one, and in the output string it will be just empty. Okay, let me just clear it. If I am not including BC, basically A, then I'll be remaining with BC, and then in the output string I'll be having A, or basically empty if I'm not including. So it will be empty. If I'm including A, so this will be remaining for sure BC. In the output I'll be getting A. So basically it is something like input and output. Okay, output is a string in which I am storing my values. For example, it was having nothing here, it is having A as we have included. Now when we are talking about BC, okay, so first thing is that we'll be just talking about B, whether to include or not. So C will be just pass it as it is, and if I am not including B, then it will be just empty. Okay, output string. Okay, and if I am just including this B, then C will be as it is, and in the output I'll be just getting B. Okay, so that is there. Now let us talk about this as well. So BC is there and A is there. Okay, if I am this basically C will be passed as it is. Now I have whether to include B or not. So first I will be not including B. I already have A in my this thing, so I'll be just writing A here. Okay, this will be talking about next part, and let us include this. Now we have C, which is nothing but this one is empty now, and we don't have something in this one. And if we just include C, I'll be getting empty this, and I'll be getting C here. Okay, for this part we have C, and I'll be not writing anything here. And if I not include BC, okay, if I'm not including C, so I'll be just getting B here. If I'm including C, I'll be getting BC. Okay, something like this. So like this, whenever we are getting input string as null, we are just going to be printing null, basically the output string. So here we have null, so we'll be just printing that. For C we'll be printing C, for B we'll be printing B, then BC. Similar to this all thing we are going to be filling this like this. So we have got 4 here, and 4 will be getting here. Okay, so this is that example. Now C is there, we are included A, and here C again we are going to be writing, and then we are including B here, so it will be something like AB. Okay, again then we'll be talking about this one, whether we are not including A or basically C, so it will be just A. If you are including this, then it will be AC. Similar to this, we have C here and AB is there. So if you are not including, we are just going to be writing this. If you are not including, then it will be AB. If you are including, it will be ABC. Okay, so you can see 0, that is null. Then we have C, B, BC, A, AC, AB, ABC. All this we have got. Now let us try to write the program for this, and what I am going to do. Okay, so let us try to write the code for this. So first thing is I am just going to be writing a boilerplate, and I am just going to be writing string S, which is nothing but ABC, for which we want to find the subsequence. Okay, I'm just going to be calling a function subsequence. I'm just going to write in sub S for that. Okay, and I'm just going to be making this as void function, because just we are going to be printing that itself. And in this I'm just going to be writing string, or basically what I'm going to be writing is, first I'm just going to be writing string. This is input string, input string is this one, just writing in, and this is output string, which is initially empty. So here in this function I'm just going to be writing in and out. Okay, we have this function, I'm just going to be writing this as fun. Okay, and here we have void fun. We are going to be writing string in, and then we are going to be writing string out. Okay, and the first thing is we are going to be checking the base condition. So let us write base condition for this. The base condition will be something like if in dot length equals to, so we are writing here equals to, if that is equals to 0, then we'll be just returning, or before returning I'm just going to be printing our out. We have seen we are printing our out string, and then we'll be just returning from this. Okay, in else condition, or basically whenever we are getting out of this loop, we'll be calling our same function recursively with in dot substring. This function we have already seen. Substring of 1 means it will be just taking all the values which comes after index 0. Okay, so that's there. So first part is this, and I'm just going to be writing our out here, and second part is we are just going to be in dot substring, and I'm just going to be writing 1, and here out plus I'm just going to be incrementing our 0, this one, the first character we are including to the output, and we're just trying to print that. Okay, cout and then I'm just going to be writing and then. So now let us try to run the code and see the output here. So we are getting some expected this one. Okay, so we are doing this one. Okay, so you can see we are getting 8. This is 4 and this is 4 with the null characters, basically empty string. So you can see we have found our this one subsequences successfully. Okay, so that was the problem in which we are trying to find the subsequence of the given string. So let me just again explain you thing how it is going on. So we have this ABC, we have this null character in out. I'm just going to using this function, okay, and then let us move up and see one by one. So initially we were having ABC, okay, and we are just passing that our in input string, and output string is nothing. Then first recursive call, first it was checked whether length is 0 or not. It is not 0, then it is going to be coming here, and you can see we are passing in substring of 1, which means excluding this we are passing this again into the this function fun. So BC will be taken here, and first thing is that it is not going to be taking anything else, okay. So in output string it will remain same as this one, okay, and then basically again this function will be called, but let's see what happens here in this case. So you can see we are having BC, which was given as it is, then we have out plus in of 0, which means output will be same as this one BC, which was the string, and in the output string we are adding our this one also, A also. So here you can see we are writing A here, okay. So this was a recursive call. For now this one, how it is going to be making recursive call, so it will just going to be remaining this one, so B will be removed and C will be passed again in the next function, and again this will remain same as it out will remain as it is, okay. So empty string basically. And in BC, and in this case whenever we are taking B, so BC will be basically C will be passed as it is, and here in place of out we are going to be getting this one out plus in of 0, which is nothing but this one B, okay. So like this we are getting here. Now again for this the recursive call element, C is there, so it will be passed empty, C is not included, so it will be remaining empty output as this one. For here also it will be just empty, and here it will be passing this one, which is in of 0, which is nothing but C, okay. And again for this one, which is nothing but C and B, so C will be first passed, or basically empty string will be passed here, because we already have C and it is not going to be include anything. B was already present, so B will be coming here. Then C, so here it will be empty passed, and then you can see we already have B here, so we will be adding C here, okay. So you can see now the condition here we check that int of length is 0, which means this one input length is 0, so we are just going to be printing out, which is nothing but this. So for this also length is 0, we are printing C, then we are printing B, then we are printing BC, then again A, AC, ABC, like this will be printing all the values, okay. So I hope this question was clear to all of you. So let us talk about the problem which we stuck last time, okay. So the problem, let's try to solve that problem again, and let's see what was the problem in that case, okay. So basically we have string s1, and then let me just bring that code before. This was the code which it was working fine. We should be getting 0. You can see for this it is coming as yes, that's no problem, that is true. For 2(1)b it should come no basically, but it is coming yes, because it is not well shuffled, and whenever I am trying to do without function it is coming correct. Or let me check if there is some problem with this one. If L3 is not equals to L1 plus L2, okay. So that is no problem, it is again showing yes. int I is 0, then we are running this up to L3. S3 of is checked for string 3 and this one. We're passing 3, that is correctly passed. Then we have J++, incrementing our k here. Once we are getting out of this loop, we are checking if j is less than L1. Okay. J is less than L1, and what is it passed? Or should not be there, which is correct. So they should be written in 1 year. So that is true only. I need to check why it is showing me wrong answer for this. If I do without this, making this function, so it will be correct only, which we have already did in the last part. So you can see here in this case, let us check 1, 2, and then we have A, B, so A 2, 1, B, and when I try to run the code, you can see we are getting yes in this case. So okay, let us again do something like A, B, then B, or basically let us take this is A, B, and this is 1, 2, and for this A 2, 1, B, or they should come no. And for other cases, for example, if I do something A, B, 1, 2, it is getting this one correct. 2, 1. So it is also coming 2 only. If I do something like 2 here. So there is some problem with this code. I need to check again. Okay, so that's it for this stream. Sorry for the inconvenience. I need to check why there is problem with this code. We have solved the subsequence problem and this problem also, but there is some problem with this code. I will be checking this and I will be getting back to the solution for this. Okay, so that's it for this stream. Thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, please hit the like button